This is a bit of a contentious topic because it's so prevalent in rehab. What most people want to do when someone comes to them with an injury is to make a certain muscle or muscles stronger. And what I'm hopefully going to do in this episode is try and highlight why that's not necessarily the thing to be doing. And this comes from, a few of the episodes that I've done on low back strengthening and low back pain. And what generally happens, there are people that obviously learn and listen and give positive feedback. That's fine. But there are also people that like to tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about, and tell me how much I don't know. But what tends to happen is in their comments, they tend to prove my point for me. And what I'm going to do, basically I'm going to talk you through a comment that I've had, and then go about explaining why the point that he's made is exactly the point I was trying to make, but he didn't understand what he was saying. So the video was about me talking about my low back pain and my low back strength. So I have a certain low back strength and I had lower back pain when I was younger. And there is also a powerlifter who has multiple world records. He also has a certain low back strength and he also had low back pain. So we have my low back, which has a certain strength that had pain, and we had another back which had a lot more strength and had pain. So if I make my back stronger, by very simple logic, from what is said in the industry, is I should prevent low back pain if I make my back stronger. But if powerlifters are getting low back pain and low back injuries, then that idea is flawed because they've got strong backs. So the comment was, I do not see your, or this isn't the whole comment, this is just a part of it. I do not see your logic. It is unlikely that your powerlifter was born with the back strength to give a much greater load capacity without injury than you, but that he achieved that through strength training, and that his injury occurred because his loading training got ahead of his strength training. And it's those last few words that are the most important bit, because that's my point. So I replied, the little quote, his loading training got ahead of his strength training. And then I said, that's my point. It does not matter how strong a back is. What matters is not to overreach. Therefore, strength isn't the defining factor. It's proper balance of training, no matter how strong a low back is. Therefore, making it stronger isn't the solution. Bringing it back into balance is. So this is a key point, because what we have to understand is then more about training itself and how it works. And there are three parts that I'm going to talk about. There is more, but these are the three parts that I'm going to talk about. So I'm going to talk about acute fatigue, overreaching, and then overtraining.